What's happening, YouTube? So I just took the XR out. Funny enough, she started first kick, but then upon inspection I noticed that this bolt by here, it wasn't seating properly and the bolt kept spinning. So obviously there was, like, you could see the red rubber gasket, and it just wasn't seating properly. And then I also took what I believe is this, the air to fuel screw, and it was screwed all the way in when I know that's meant to be out like 1.5, 2.5 turns. So I'm just going to take it apart. I have ordered new jets, so I didn't want to do this till I had new jets, but yeah, I didn't want to bother till I had the new jets, but now I've got it off anyway. I may as well have a quick inspection. So I'm going to be changing when I get the needles, I'm going to change the pilot and the main jet. Obviously swap them out. That's a 125 and that's a 40, so I'm going to go 45 and 135. I'm going to remove the snorkel on the XR250. I'm going to drill holes in the exhaust pipe. It uncorks it, just breathes easier. So, like, I'm even going to go as far as checking my flow tight, because I don't want to put it back on and off. It's easy to get off. It's simple. You don't even have to take the boot off. You just wiggle it on and off. I always go in on the air boot side first, because it's bigger and it's looser, and then this one will slot in, so you don't have to take the inlet manifold off the head. But yeah, it's a Keen PD5 carb, and they're just notorious for being a bit rubbish, but they need tuning. But I'd rather play with one of these for an hour or two than, well, I don't think you can service fuel injection, so you just replace the injector. That's the choke mechanism. I'll check all the flow tights, which looks fine to me. The reason I took it apart in the first place was because she wouldn't bring her revs back down, and she was over fueling basically, and a guy stopped me who used to run them in 1986 XL500s, and he said, that's over fueling, mate, you just want to tweak your carb. So that's your flow tight. Obviously that's off the throttle. That's on the throttle. So we have got a bend on that, as I can see. A slight bend. But yeah, I'm going to inspect it and I'll get back to you, okay? So upon further inspection of the carb, this is the slide mechanism. I took that off, and there's little holes that are meant to match. All fine. There's no wear inside the bore of the slide. I did take the diaphragm off last time, so I will give that a double check when I'm here. But I think basically she was starting, but she was revving high, kind of like the symptoms of an air leak. So, or getting too much air, whatever, however you want to call it, because of the carb bowl not sitting. But I've also inspected this, and you know, it's not perfect, but she'll do, and she's not leaking from the carb bowl. So yeah, I've had a look at the slide, and I'm gonna just reset it all to factory settings, because when I started this, she started first kick, as she always does, and then she dies upon throttle, or as soon as I take the choke off. So I'm going to button it all back up together and smash up the vid of me kicking it over. But I'm going to play with this carb a bit more and just double check, because while I'm here I may as well. All choke systems working fine. Flow tight, fine.